you guys, it's me, SpongeBob number one fan 2003 here, and as you can see, I'm here with this super duper awesome Shirley Temple movie, and this one is called Miss Annie Rooney, and I actually just got this as a late Christmas present from my mom, and you didn't see it on my late Christmas haul because this one came about a week after I made that video. So yeah, I'm terribly sorry about that, but but yeah, this is actually a really super nice little movie, and I really love it. Okay, so as you can see on the front cover, there is Shirley Temple as Annie Rooney, and there is Dickie Moore as Marty White, who becomes Annie's boyfriend in the movie. And then there's Marty and Annie dancing, and there's some other people right there dancing. And obviously up there there's Shirley Temple's name, because this right here was actually the poster back in the day pretty much. And it says Shirley Temple and Miss Annie Rooney, Shirley's first romance and Shirley's first kiss, because in this movie Shirley gets her first boyfriend and she actually has her very first kiss by a boy her age pretty much. And it stars a lot of other actors in it as well. And the spine right here looks really nice too. And then the backside will have a picture of Annie and Marty with, I believe, Marty's parents, I believe. And then there's a description about the movie. Shirley Temple is Miss Annie Rooney, and obviously, that's the description of the film, and obviously it actually stars Shirley Temple's Captain January co-star Guy Kibbe, which is honestly pretty interesting. And again, there's some more actors listed right here, and this movie was made in 1942, and it's in black and white, so it doesn't have any colors on it. And it's obviously Region 1, and it's by Classic Flicks, only the classics. Alright, and on the inside, it has, obviously, the disc. It looks really nice, and of course, it also has this little sheet of paper, which basically is your handy guide to your handy dandy guide to the Jitterbuggies, which is the dance that, Shirley Temple as Annie Rooney, and Dickie Moore as Marty White did in this film. So that's really cool. So it comes with that. It's really nice. And also, if you move the disc out of the way too. Oh yeah, and if you move the paper, obviously you can see something. But if you also move the disc, you can see there is a beautiful, stunning picture of Annie and Marty there. Aren't they such a beautiful little couple? I think Shirley Temple looks so beautiful here. And yeah, that's actually really super nice. Let me just get that back in there. But yeah, that's really super nice, the fact that there's actually like a two-sided like cover art thing in there. That's really nice. Alright, so that's pretty much it for Miss Annie Rooney, the DVD. And now I'll tell you about what happens in the movie. So, Annie Rooney is this beautiful young teenage girl who lives in a small apartment with her dad and her grandfather. And the dad is a little bit poor because he is only a salesman and he doesn't really get a lot of sales out there. And Annie and her boyfriend or good friend go to this dance, and Annie and what was his name again? Her ex-boyfriend before she meets Marty, I forgot his name. But yeah, Annie and her boyfriend accidentally hit the back of Marty's car, and he's also on his way to the dance. And he kindly offers Annie and her friend a lift to the party, but her friend angrily declines because he pretty much accidentally ruined his car. So, at the dance, Annie and her boyfriend and Marty dance, and Annie talks to one of her best friends as well, and then let's see, then apparently Annie's friend is still so angry about Marty accidentally ruining their car. He decides to stay with the car, and it ends up getting ruined in the rain. And Marty happily takes Annie home, and Annie realizes that she actually really likes this boy. Oh yeah, and Marty's also really rich too. And then and while she's cleaning the apartment with her dad and grandfather, she gets a call from her best friend, and she tells her best friend that she really likes Marty. Annie tells her best friend that she really likes Marty, and then Marty invites her to his birthday party that night. So that night, um, Annie gets this really beautiful dress that at first her father can't afford, but he works something out and he buys her the beautiful dress that she's wearing right here and a little cute hair bow. And then Marty comes to take her to the party, to his birthday party, and apparently they tell each other how much they obviously like each other. So Marty decides to kiss Annie's cheek, so he gives her a small little gentle kiss on the cheek, and at first he apologizes, but Annie says it's alright, and then they get to the party, and while Annie is in the girls' room getting, like, herself a bit more ready, she introduces herself to the girls, and at first the girls don't really seem to care because they think that Annie's a bit strange and random, and then Annie goes out of the girls' dressing room and hears Marty's parents talking about her behind her back. And then while everyone is dancing at the party, Annie's at first a little bit disappointed that no one seems to like her. And then she and Marty end up dancing, like how they look right here. and and then at first everyone seems to like Annie a bit more. She finally is liked by people. And then her father decides to try to sell something to the Whites, Marty's parents and Marty. So after Marty blows out the candle on his birthday cake, Annie's father comes and tries to sell something, but unfortunately it doesn't go well. It's like a big foamy mess because it's like a science experiment or something. I don't know. And then obviously Annie is really disappointed, and she and her dad go home, and everyone's like wow, Annie's so weird. Yeah, I know, right? And then after Annie and her father are about ready to leave the party, Marty begs Annie to stay, but Annie says, "I'm sorry, I have to go. Bye." And then she and her father are home. Annie's really disappointed. And then apparently later Marty and his father come over to pay them a visit, and they feel really bad about the situation. And then Marty's dad offers Annie's dad a job at their company, and now Annie and her father and her grandfather are no longer going to be poor and can move out of the apartment because they'll have a lot of nice money from the job. And while the adults are talking, Annie and Marty go to a window, and Annie says, "If you believe enough, your dreams will be right in your hand." I think that's what she says. And then and Marty happily says yes, and then they actually hold each other's hands, basically showing that they are now in a relationship. So yep, Annie basically gets her first boyfriend, which I think is really super nice, and that's how the movie ends, with just them simply holding each other's hands. And that's actually pretty much it for Miss Annie Rooney. I actually really super like this movie. It's really sweet the fact that Shirley Temple, who's only 14 years old, gets her very first kiss in a movie. And she was absolutely like adorable and really gorgeous in the movie. And even though she wasn't a little girl anymore, she was still really cute. And this was only her second teenage movie. So yeah, but unfortunately the film didn't really do well in the box office, but I personally ended up really enjoying it. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. So goodbye everybody, have a great day, and peace out.